friends, this is Hedda. Welcome back to my channel. We are way past the halfway point of the year. That means it's time to do a little mid-year check-in in my reading journal. I post a video every month of my reading journal where I talk about the books that I've read each month and I set up spreads in my reading journal. But I do have some challenges and statistics pages and other spreads like at the front of my journal that you haven't seen since I set them up back in December last year. So in this video, we're gonna go through those, set up a couple of new spreads, and do a little flip through of all the spreads that I've made so far this year. Let's switch to desk view. So here is the notebook. I absolutely love this one, I have to say. Because I mostly use it at home, it doesn't get super dirty either with the cover being so light. I mean, there's a little bit of dirt here and there, but it's not as bad as I worried it would be, actually. Here are the tabs. I've already put in the July tab, even though I haven't started on those spreads just yet. Now we're gonna go through the whole notebook. It's like a 50-50 chance of me filling out this first page or not, and I haven't in this notebook. My cover page, I still really like this one. My index is coming along nicely. I have plenty of room left, and I also have this additional page. I probably won't fill it up entirely. We'll see. I have my little goals section here, which, to be honest, I haven't filled in that much. I have 2 goals. Read 40 books and read before bed instead of scrolling. Still working on that. I do read some nights before bed, but not every night. Then we have the notable releases spread, and this one I still have a few frames empty. I have these 2 books here, Crescent City, House of Flame and Shadow, which came out in January, and then also this one, Days of Revenge. Jawahiriya Ali actually commented on my, I think it was my yearly setup video, the video where I set up this journal, and mentioned their own book, Days of Revenge, which came out in January. I haven't picked it up yet, but I have it here. And then here I have Catabasis by R.F. Kuang, which doesn't come out until 2025, but I still put it here. I don't pay that close attention to new releases, or I don't keep up with authors very much. So that's why it's a little bit difficult for me to fill out the spread, but once in a while something pops up like this one and I put it in here, because this spread doesn't have to be just for 2024. It can also be for 2025. So here we have my 2024 reading challenge, and I've filled in some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually almost on top of it. I know that I will read horror in October, maybe even in September. These other ones I should be able to do. The hardest ones will be the social science or philosophy and the self-help, but maybe I'll get there. If you have any suggestions for these genres specifically, I would love some recommendations. Then we have my books read in 2024, and this spread is full now. I do have some of these books that I've read in July. That is here at the bottom. And then the next spread is actually the follow-up spread for that one, because I knew I would fill up at least 1, maybe 2 spreads in 2024. So I need to kind of create this spread as well. As you can see, I only have the frame because I kind of saved this for this time of year. And I think I'm going to kind of decorate this one in a similar way to my August bullet journal spreads, because I have all of that stuff lying out here on my desk already. So I think I might just do that. All right, now that is ready for, oops. Now this is ready for the rest of the year. Hopefully I will fill it up. Hopefully I will not need more space than this. So now let's move on to my TBR. This list is mostly made up of suggestions from you guys, actually. You are my biggest source of suggestions for books to read, so thank you for that. Now you can see that it is full, and I do have another empty spread that is supposed to be for my TBR, so I'm going to set that up now. All right, it is now ready to be filled in. So now we can move on to the next spread that I made, which is the monthly review. So you can see that I've filled in books, hours listened, and pages read here. for the first half of the year, and then these have yet to come. I really like the spread actually. I think I will make it next year as well. We'll see. We can move to the next one. Okay, so here we start with the monthly pages. Cover page for January, list of all of the books that I read in January. And then one spread for each book. This is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. And then we have Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. I really like this spread. It's dark black. It's really cool. The Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. This one was really great. I'm excited for the next one. It should probably come out in 2025 or 2026. I'm not sure. It'll be a little bit of a wait, that's for sure. And then we have Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. I reread the first 2 books in the series because the third one was coming out at the beginning of the year. And then we have the cover page for February. Here I read 3 books. We have Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath. And then Crescent City, House of Flame and Shadow. Oh, I love this sticker so much. It's really fun to look through my reading journal because there are so many different themes. That's probably one of the things that I like the most about looking through it after a while has passed. Then we have The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. This one also has a sequel, I think. I haven't read it, but I should put it on my TBR. And then we have the cover page for March. I read 4 books in March, well, 3 books and 1 manga. First we have The Wicked King by Holly Black. Not my favorite. I still haven't picked up the 3rd book in the series because I don't really think that I will finish it. Love the spread though. The spread is great. All Systems Red by Martha Wells. This is the Murderbot Diaries 1, and this little series is probably the one that's defining my reading year of 2024. It's great. Kyokai no Rinne, Volume 4. I haven't read very much manga this year, but you know, a little bit of Rinne here and there is always fun. The Man in the High Castle by Philip K. Dick. This one was a very interesting read. Then we have my cover page for April. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books in April. Artificial Condition, another Murderbot Diaries book. The Familiar by Lee Bardugo. This one was a new release this year. I really liked it. It was very different. The Art of Gretel Lusky, Wayfinder. This is an art book. I really like it and it's beautiful on my shelf in my living room. The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Honestly, not that great. I don't think I'll read the sequels to this one. I don't think it's really worth my time. 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. Love the spread and the color scheme. As you can see, I gave it 3 stars. It's not one of my favorites, but enjoyable enough. Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells. Another Murderbot book. 5 stars. It's great. And then my cover page for May. I love this cover page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. 4 books and 1 manga. Yellow Face by R.F. Kwong. I gave it 5 stars. I loved this book. It was so interesting. Exit Strategy by Martha Wells. This one was just as enjoyable as the other Murderbot Diaries books. One thing that's really good about my reading journal is that I can go back and read about a little bit of what happened during the books, because especially with the Murderbot Diaries, there are so many novellas and novels in the series that Sometimes it can get a little bit confusing remembering which one is which, especially because the titles of the books don't really tell you anything about the storyline. Next one is another Rinne volume 5. Really like the spread, even though there's very little room for writing, but I love the colors and the decorations. The Dragon's Promise, I still haven't found a quote that I liked for this one or filled in a star rating. Honestly, this book just wasn't it. It was just very strange. It just didn't go the way it should have gone, if that makes sense. I love the decoration though. I tried to make it fit the colors of the cover page and I think I succeeded. The Atlas Complex, another book that I struggled to get through. I gave it 1 star. I talk about this in my May reading journal update video, so you can watch that one if you want to hear my thoughts on this. And then we have my cover page for June, which I loved. The cover pages are always so much fun to make. I read 3 novels and 1 short story in June. We have this series by Ilse J. Bick, which I made this spread for with the Dutch doors. It kind of seemed suitable since I read the entire series in 1 month. 1 star. And then My Evil Mother by Margaret Atwood, which was a much needed good story after reading this series. And that's it. Next up is July, which I haven't made spreads for yet. And as you can see, I have a lot more pages to fill, so I'm gonna have to read a lot more books the second half of the year. And that's all for now. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future reading journal videos. I'll be doing my July update very soon. Be sure to click the like button to give this video a little boost. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons for being so awesome. There is a link to my Patreon in the description box below. And I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you're all having a lovely day and I'll see you next time. Bye!